Well, hello there. Am I live? This is the question. Is my moderator here? Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of a different reading here tonight. I do feel. I've titled this All Signs Reading What You Need to Know Right Now. You really do need to hear these messages. Okay? Hi there, Finding Joy with Jules. So, this is going to be an atypical reading for me. I just, I felt really urged to get onto this live today because I feel that a lot needs to be said, okay, about what you really truly do need to know, okay. Let's break it down into two distinct parts. In this world, there is good and there is evil in this world. And you know, the way they say that there's a rat no more than 6 feet away from you at any time. The same could truly be said about the people and energies surrounding us. Okay. Now, I am a 53-year-old female. To all you ladies out there, you know what I'm talking about as regards the energy that surrounds us, okay? Specifically a lot of the time as women. So, we need to sort this out, don't we? Really and truly. We need to get to the crux of this. We need to understand who and what surrounds us, and we need to listen to our intuition. I was very urged to choose three cards, okay? Three cards that I really wanted to talk about here. Now, I'm not decided whether I'm going to do like an all signs collective or an all signs by literal sign. But I do feel that it's like a bit of a collective message here. But we'll see how we go. Hey, TT, so good to see you. Now, and hi there, Sil Amica. So now we need to get into this, okay? It's so important. Okay, we have three cards here that are so important for everybody to know about right now, okay? In this current climate. First of all, we have the star, okay? Now, you are the star. Please know this. This is the shining light. This is the force of good. This is who you know you are. Okay, I feel that anybody who's even in this reading is going to be like a super empath. Okay, you're going to be able, you kind of already can see through the veils. Okay, you can see through the BS. You know when somebody is not being truthful. You absolutely know it. Okay, and you know what you're dealing with. You know when you see the devil. Okay, you know the devil. And you know what this means. And this is the dark energy, okay? And whatever age you are, and this is potentially for the younger of you out there, pay attention to the devil, okay? This is an energy. This is a dark force, a dark energy, and unfortunately, you're gonna come into contact with this many times in your life. And the idea of this reading is to help you identify this energy sooner rather than later, okay? Identify it sooner rather than later before it's too late. And how are you going to do this, okay? Now, we can do this through tarot. We can do this through you falling on a reading at a certain point in your life and it resonating with you. However, you've got something already. You've got something deep inside of you that will always serve you so well. And you already know what it is, okay? It's you, okay? It's you, and how a moment, how a situation, how a certain look towards you, how certain words towards you, how do they make you feel, okay? That's your answer above and beyond any tarot reading you're ever gonna get, okay? Trust your gut. Have you ever been in a situation immediately, like been on a date, say a first date, and within the first second, you feel something is off, okay? That's your decision. That's how you know. And that's what you truly need to trust, okay? And that's why the next card here is the High Priestess, okay? The High Priestess. Trust this. Trust your sixth sense. There are more than the five senses. There is the sixth sense, and it's what you feel. It's something, it's beyond your normal five senses. Always, always trust that. Okay, now, what more to say? Well, let's take some tarot, okay, in a moment. But what do I really want to say here? I came on and I wanted to say, I want to say so much, and I just don't know where to start with it all, really. Now, as I say, I'm 53 years old. I have been through so many situations in my life, and I've got so much to share with you. Okay, I don't know how much of it I can share on YouTube. I really don't know, but it's bad. Like, I've been through so many bad situations, and the thing is all of those situations I knew already. Okay, I knew already, but I conformed to the social norms. I conformed to everything that was expected of me, above and beyond what I knew to be true. Okay, where do I start? Okay, let's start with one of the things. 2 years ago, I broke my back. I knew it was broke. And as much as I advocated for myself, I still stuck within those the way you're expected to behave in these situations. When you're in like a busy A&E department, and there's so many people surrounding you who are obviously also in need, and you want to speak up. You want to say, why am I in a wheelchair for 5 hours with a broken back in an A&E department? Why was I, it's too much to go into, but like, why am I not being listened to? And of course, because I'm a very polite person, I looked around the room and I saw all of these other people in pain, and I thought, well, my problem's maybe not one of the major problems here going on in this A&E department, so I'm just going to wait my turn. Okay, now unfortunately for me, that decision and the decisions of other people beyond that, it meant that I was overlooked. I was overlooked, and I continue to be overlooked. Okay, so there is certainly something very much to be said about speaking your truth in the moment, feeling what you feel, and certainly speaking up. Okay, and it's okay to make snap decisions also. Okay, a snap decision could actually be the decision that's going to save your life. And I'm not talking about a hospital setting. I'm talking about a setting, any kind of setting that you feel uncomfortable with. Okay? That there is so much more that I want to say. And actually, I've literally been in tears tonight. Absolute tears. And I've composed myself a little bit now, and here we go again, like, because I am like kind of like a person who wants to deliver news and messages in a certain way that is polite. Maybe it really truly can stop the strong message getting through. Let's just take some tarot here. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Okay. So this is really good, because this is the message that I actually wrote down. Okay. What are we as human beings? Okay. We are here. Okay. And we have a physical timeline on this planet. And remember that, okay? Whatever your age, because there may be younger people here now, okay? What you need to know is that there is community on this planet. That there are people. There's so many people. Most of the people on this planet, okay? All they want to do is help each other and support each other and love each other. That's why the next card out that came through was the Two of Cups, okay? And here it is. There is, however, a small proportion of the people alive on this planet, and that's not who they are, okay? Always be aware of that small percentage, okay? But do know that, it's really important for you not to let, how to describe it, take from the past, take the lessons from the past, but don't let them destroy your present and your future, okay? Because there are good people. For any of you, I know this is like a love channel that I do, for any of you that have had your heart broken, you need to know that that person did not deserve you, okay? They didn't. And there's someone out there who's going to love you so hard and love you so much, because there is love and goodness on this planet. Most people, male and female, they are such beautiful souls, okay? They are beautiful souls. So, ultimately, who is it that you're holding on to? Okay? What did they do to you? Retain your love energy for somebody who's given back to you, okay? That is so important. It's so important to do that. And somebody who's given what you're given, you just let them go, okay? Now, if we're talking about new connections, this is so especially true, okay? The devil's here, okay? Anybody who's making you feel like you're having to chase or hold on to every word, every little crumb, every little ounce of attention that they're giving you, they're not worth your time. They know what they're doing. They are the dark force, okay? They are the dark energy. They don't deserve you. You need someone who lights you up. You've got to get someone who makes you feel like this, okay? Okay. At the beginning of a relationship, there is the excitement, there is the romance, but guess what? It can come from both people at the same time, and it's two people who just can't get enough of each other. That's the person that you should be devoting your time and energy to, not somebody who is ghosting you, ignoring you, okay? They are not worth your time. It's obviously, it's, so many scenarios. It can be different. If this person, is somebody who's not brand new, okay? However, this is why this keeps coming into play, this high priestess. You must trust how this is making you feel and how it's been making you feel, okay? A love connection, a true partnership is not pockets and moments of happiness. It's sustained, okay? So remember that. Let's take some more now. And this can be attributed, this can be so connected to any other element in anything going on in your life, okay? Whether it be your job, whether it be the people surrounding you, whether it be an absolute injustice that you know. If something feels wrong, it usually is, okay? Just know this. There are so many dark forces, dark energies, and there are wolves in sheep's clothing, okay? And you probably come into contact with them every day in the course of your day. Is there somebody you're just not sure about? This doesn't have to be about love now. Is there somebody that you just don't trust? There's a reason for that. And how many of you all out there have just got so many struggles right now? Okay? And you kind of like feel like you're being like attacked from all sides. Okay? There's reasons for this. It's the dark forces at play. Choose wisely who you spend your time with. Choose wisely. And protect yourself. There is no, ultimately, make sure the community and the people that are surrounding you are on your team, okay? Because you and your team, you're going to have to come together to fight even bigger things, okay? The last thing you need is someone in your direct community and directly surrounding you to be your secret enemy, okay? That's the last thing you need. The very last thing. Because there's things, and this is the thing, there's so much above and beyond that you're also going to have to fight in this lifetime. So keep your circle small and make sure it's the right circle. Okay? It's so important. Facebook friends, it means nothing. Most of your Facebook friends are your Facebook stalkers. They're your friend to see what's going on with you so they can tell somebody else. Keep that circle small. Seriously. Unfortunately, and I don't even know, I really truly don't understand it all in a lot of ways. The fakery of the people right in front of your face. And that they're lying or that they are being not genuine and they know it. Why does the farce continue? Why do that? Don't do it. Don't allow it. Don't allow these people around you. There is a lot going on, especially right now. Okay? I literally feeling these energies. Okay? Some of you out there, you are questioning somebody, and you need to find the answer to your question. Okay? Do the digging or break the connection if it doesn't feel right, I have to say. Okay? I could give you a story or two. I don't know if I can do that here on YouTube. I really don't know if I can. But I feel like the people who are in this chat, you are the people who know that things just aren't right around you right now. Okay? I'm just reading. Yes, exactly. And that's when you need to take action. Christine, that's all you need. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. You trust what you feel. Okay? Trust it. Believe me. Please do. I've been put in some tricky situations in my time. In very uncomfortable situations. And I've always been right. I've always been right about those situations. Always. And, you know, as much as I am a tarot reader, we've all got it inside of us. We've all got it inside of us. We don't act upon our gut feelings. We try to fit in, okay? We try to do kind of like whatever it takes. Don't do that. What you're going to find, okay, especially for those younger people out there, okay, as you get older, your friend group gets smaller, okay? Because as you grow older, you discern. The thing is that even then, I feel like people still hold on to what they know, who they know should not be around them. But now, I'm talking about just the people immediately surrounding you right now. The reason it's so important to have the people who are immediately surrounding you to be your people, to be the people who would, you know, there's that term, isn't there? You know, what are they saying when your back is turned? Okay? If there's anybody in your life, okay, who comes straight to you and the first thing they want to do is talk about X, Y, Z, somebody else, okay, and they just can't wait to give you the gossip. And then they sit there and they ask you about you and how you're doing, okay? What do you think they're doing with what you've just told them? Do you think they asked you that out of concern for you? Or do you think they are a hunter-gatherer of gossipy information, okay? Because that's the only way that they actually feel like they have a purpose, is if they've got something to divulge about somebody else. I mean, that is the lowest of the low, okay? So do not allow that kind of person around you, okay? Got to be said. Now, this is why the people are... So what you need to do is make sure your circle is tight. Make sure it's trustworthy, okay? Because then you need to know throughout life, things are not always going to be just a perfect kind of like a timeline and everything's just going to go swimmingly and everything's going to be wonderful. Things are going to go wrong. That's life, okay? Now, the thing is how you deal with it, and it's having that support network around you, okay? And so that's why it's so important. And also, it's about your privacy. It's about your darkest, innermost, you know, your fears, your information. Say if you've got health troubles, by opening up to the people in your circle, you're making yourself very vulnerable. Okay, so you need to make sure that you can trust those people. So I'm gonna keep going back to these cards. In this world, even really close to you, there is dark, the devil, there is light, the star, and then there is your intuition. Trust it. Be discerning. Be trust that like little alarm bell going off in your mind, okay? It's so important. But at the same time, know that love exists on this planet, in this world, that there are genuinely good people. Now, we need to go on to the next level now, okay? The next level. The next level is about unfortunate circumstances. The next level is about what people will do to keep themselves safe at your expense. Happens every day. Cover-ups. Cover-up after cover-up after cover-up. Okay? So people protect themselves, and you are the fallout from that. Okay? So now, this next part. Greed. Okay? It's about greed and holding on to security at whatever cost. The cost of other people and other people's lives. People lie. Okay? This is why you just need to make sure at least who's around you you can trust, because then you're gonna come into contact with institutions, situations, places, environments, unfortunate events, okay? And you're gonna come up like, it's like, what's that thing, like Goliath? Is it Goliath and the smaller version or something? You know, what it is that the very structure of society, we can look at it on a country level, we can look at it on a county level, we can look at it on a continental level, but we can look at it on a planetary level, okay? But it goes all the way down, okay? So there's always going to be somebody who's got some sort of control over your outcome, unless you're one of the lucky people who just never has an unfortunate experience, okay? And needs help from above in the form of whether it be the police, the hospital, an institution, an organization that is there to help you. Okay? But what if they mess up? And what if somebody just within that organization is corrupt anyway? Okay? Always trust your gut. I know I shouldn't talk about this. I know that I shouldn't. Okay? But there was an incredibly, wonderfully, beautifully, just a beautiful, incredible young lady in the United Kingdom. I think her name was Sarah Everard. And okay, this is why women, girls, you gotta protect yourself. Okay, you gotta trust your gut. She during COVID, okay, she was walking from one house to another in the evening after dark during the COVID lockdown. She was going home. And because there was because there was a current lockdown, okay, a police officer took it upon himself to use that lockdown as a way to abduct. And I can't go into the details. Just search Sarah Everard, okay, UK. Wait, and the person who did it, the police officer, was Wayne. Okay, his name was Wayne. He was not on duty. He pre-planned this. He knew there was a lockdown. He knew that he was going out literally hunting a victim. He even hired a car. It was all pre-planned. And he stopped her in the road and he told her she was under arrest and that she needed to come to the police station with him. He handcuffed her, except he was not on duty, okay? He was abusing his power and he drove her 60 miles in another direction, and the rest is history, and now he's in prison. However, what I'm saying is, okay, in every area of society, it doesn't matter where evil exists, okay? Now, she was a good person, a good citizen, a wonderful person, and she just did what she was told to do because she trusted, okay? Always question. Always question. Because there is corruption and evil everywhere. Just because somebody is just because somebody is a police officer doesn't mean that they are not evil. Just because somebody is a doctor does not mean they are not evil. Just because somebody is a teacher does not mean they are not evil. They can be evil, and they can be there in that role to actually purposefully undertake their evil acts, okay? That's what this reading is about. It's about the two forces, good and evil. And remember, evil is real. It exists everywhere. But most people are good. Okay. And I'm just noticing more and more and more, the more I look around, it's in plain sight. Okay? I'm like seeing weird things on adverts that just don't, like, even, like, I'm like looking at them going, oh my God, like, that's like a subliminal message, you know? Like, it's being pumped out to us subliminally. And I know that sounds conspiracy theorist, but I'm a Virgo and I'm actually like a highly analytical person. I've got a degree in geology, for God's sakes. I got 10 O levels, 3 A levels, a degree. I pride myself on my intelligence, okay? And so I find it really alarming that I'm spotting these like kind of like synchronicities, okay? Okay, let's take some more here. This is clearly a collective reading. And the thing is, this is the thing, don't let it break you, okay? The corruption, don't let it break you. Everything comes to pass, okay? In the end. Love always overcomes evil. Good always overcomes bad in the end. All of these people, all of these evil people within these who've infiltrated into our like society seamlessly and appear to be so innocent, they're all going to be exposed at a certain point, okay? I have to say, it is true. It's all going to happen. It's all coming down. It is. Who have you been dealing with? Who have you been dealing with? This is the message for you, okay? From Spirit, to say no finally if it just doesn't feel right. That's all you need to feel. It just doesn't feel right, so just say no. And say no for good, okay? Let's continue. Let's take some more here. Let's see what comes through. Yeah. Incredible. King of Cups. The King of Cups, the highest in the deck of emotion and feeling and emotional maturity, actually, has come through. And you see this King of Cups, they're sitting here and they're literally meditating because they're setting sail emotionally in another direction. And that's what Spirit's guiding you to do when you feel guided to do that. Okay? Four of Cups. So this is about how certain people, certain situations drag you down, okay? They drag you down. This is Spirit saying, don't do this to yourself anymore. Go in another direction, okay? Go in another direction here. Let's take another, go in another direction. This is incredible because this is that nurturing, healing, beautiful energy that's coming through here. Okay. This is the card of the mother and her babies. Okay. And that's the love we're talking about. That's the actual true love. Okay. There's no other love greater than that. There never will be. Okay? There never will be. That's just incredible. And that's what you need to be looking for in that person that's with you, okay? They need to give you that level of love, okay? Because that's what you're going to give them. And there's so many people out there who've got that inside of them who can give that to you. And you'll know because you'll feel it, okay? And in any walk of life, you will know a good force and a bad, evil force, okay? You will know it. You will feel it. It can be in an office. It can be on a phone call. It can be with a brief interaction. You're going to know if you're dealing with the incredible Cups energy here or if you're dealing with this dark force of evil. Okay? It's all over the place, unfortunately. Okay? And there's people literally that constantly like trying to infiltrate in one way or another. And like, it's kind of like there's this like ongoing war on this planet between good and evil. It's kind of like as a good person, you're going to be put in front of the bad people. Okay? So that you can knock them down. Okay? You can force them away. You can sort them out. Okay? It's a war. It's a spiritual war. It really is. Because some people have no empathy. Some people have nothing. And that's these people. The devil energy. They've just got nothing. Okay? Nothing good. Let's take some more. It's about read the room, okay? However hard it may be. Sometimes I got this 2 of Swords reversed and this 8 of Pentacles. Sometimes it's like we don't want to see the truth because we want to trust in people. We want to see the good in people. Just because we're good does not mean that they are good, because they aren't. Okay? Nobody's worth crying over. Nobody is worth crying over. 7 of Cups, 4 of Swords. Anybody who makes you emotionally confused, step away. Step away. Okay? And there's something more coming through. Let's see. Yeah, that's what's coming through. That's you. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. And the Star. The first card. It's on the thumbnail. The Star and the Queen of Wands. It's about truly getting back into your power. Who are you? Who were you when you were 5? Who were you when you were 10? What were your aspirations? What were your dreams? What was your perception of this planet? And what your part of it was supposed to be? This is your life. This is your time. Don't waste it on somebody who's giving you crumbs. And use your power. You are just as important as every other person on this planet, regardless of how many degrees they've got. Okay? Regardless of how important they think they are. Okay? You're a person too, just like them. Okay? And you've got something to say. So isn't it about time that you said it? I think it is. Okay? Say what needs to be said. Absolutely. Sorry, getting a bit carried away here. Better than crying though, which is what I was doing earlier. So yeah. No, I mean, I just love this. I just absolutely love this Queen of what? Look at this Queen of Wands. Look at what the way she's holding her whole glow, her whole energy here in her hand is all within her. She can climb mountains. She can achieve just as much as the people who are trying to bring her down. In fact, she's just going to squish them, okay? With her energy. I love it. Oh, I love you, Leo Barbara. You carry on using that incredible energy that you have there with that Queen of Wands, I tell you. You know, everything in this world at the moment is kind of like, don't you feel the cloud? Do you not feel like the oppression? Okay? Because there's always bad news. There's always something to make us go, oh no. Do you see what I mean? And we trust, and at the same time, we trust like our governments. We trust the things that are supposed to be available to us because we've contributed towards them. We trust all of that. And then in our hour of need, we just get what happens. And I hate to say it, but especially if you're a woman, okay? Us women, and everyone's been going on about it for a long time, okay? Us women need to stick together. What is it? Some women don't do that, okay? And I hate to say it, but it's true. We got to stick together. Okay, let's just see what else is coming through here. Okay. Yes. You see, that's what everybody should have, okay? Stability. Okay? So, the message here is, who Who is not bringing you stability? Who is surrounding you that is not bringing you that? Because if they can't even do that, make you feel peaceful and calm, then they don't deserve to be around you. Okay? Know that. You see, because stability does actually bring happiness. See this card? So how do you achieve stability then? Now, on a personal level, we're going to go back right to the beginning. We only surround ourselves with people that we feel truly comfortable with. People that don't set off those tingles, like an uncomfortable feeling. People who don't make us question what we said, or, give any sort of uncomfortable feeling, as in somebody doesn't even need to speak and you can feel uncomfortable, okay? Let's be honest. Sometimes before, say you even meet somebody and say you're getting set up for a date, there was probably something in that chat that made you feel uncomfortable. That's the point that you end it. When they disrupt your peace and your stability. Okay? If something sets off a little alarm inside your head, react to it accordingly. There's so much out there on YouTube regarding the red flags, regarding narcissists. And let's be honest, when people are talking about narcissists, okay, they're just talking about the devil, okay? They're talking about the people out there who literally have no soul, okay? Because they pretend. They're the great pretender. They hook you in, okay? They might even say something to make you react, okay? And that automatically makes you more invested simply because you've been offended. Do you see what I mean? If somebody says something to you, okay, you're having a neutral conversation or a neutral back and forth on a message, okay, and then they say something that offends you, you're automatically invested because you want to defend yourself. You want to say, oh no, that's not true. Or, oh, that seems a bit of a weird thing to say. Oh, that's made me react. So the moment that you have like this little shock reaction, okay, but not a good one, that's your point to say no, okay? That is the most important part of this entire video, I feel, okay? Because they kind of, like, they know what they're doing, okay? They know what they're doing. Yeah, they know what they're doing. Yes, you're very right, Barbara. They know exactly what they're doing. Yeah? They see, it's kind of like that controversial stuff. It's almost like controversial. But then they surround it and package it in really pretty packaging and say, oh, but I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it like that. You're taking it the wrong way. Or, get a sense of humor or anything like that. Remember that is it. The very moment that you had that reaction, that was your cue to say no. Okay? Absolutely. And in any walk of life also, okay? You're going to meet people. You're going to bump heads. And the thing is, especially in professional environments, watch out for the professional environments because, okay, that can be your work situation. That can be, for example, what's happened with me, a medical situation. These people who may be a step or two above you in, say, a professional situation or in, say, a medical situation, just feel that they've got this, that they just literally must know everything just because they've got that degree or whatever. watch out for that also, okay? Because these people quite like to be unpopular, actually, a lot of them, okay? That's how they actually feel like they've got some sort of incredible, like, extra level of respect by being brisk, by being standoffish, by being by having no bedside manner, by being unpopular. They actually think that that is what really makes them extra special. Well, they're in the wrong profession, clearly, because, you know, as a manager of any organization who is managing people, a medical professional, these people need to have people skills. These people need to know how to relate to somebody who is maybe new to a job, learning a job, looking up to you in a job and looking for your approval. These people, they need, of course, they need respect, okay? The manager should know to respect the people who work for them. And it's the same in the medical profession, okay? Why is it that these medical professionals actually feel like that they're above the people that pay their wages? Is beyond me. Because if it wasn't for the people coming to them, then they would have no job. And there is the Hippocratic Oath, you know, which is actually a very powerful oath. It's about wanting to, you know, really do the best that you can do, okay? You don't do that by being rude, okay? You don't do that by being proudly unpopular, do you? Maybe you're in the wrong job, yeah? So don't feel just because somebody is delivering you information or because they are your boss that means that you need to be subservient, that you are lesser than, okay? That they deserve to treat you like you are less than them. They're just the devil in disguise, okay? That's what they are, okay? It's about fighting for your place in this world, okay? That's what you need to do. That's the whole point of this reading, really, is to let you know that you got to fight for your place, okay? It shouldn't be like that, but you've got to, okay? And never forget how important you are. There's only one of you. You are spectacular, okay? Do know that. Now, I'm just going to go into this chat a little bit. I've had a little bit of a rant. Let's have a look. I understand you, Barbara. Yeah, I'm just reading through. Yeah. I'm just reading. I hope that a few more people get suggested this reading. We need to, like, shout out at the YouTube algorithm because it doesn't like me right now. Come on, YouTube algorithm. I'm gonna read this. Yeah, the gaslighters love it, don't they? They love it. Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, what is it? I feel like there's something to do with, like, to some degree, there could be like a survival instinct, okay? But I thought we'd, like, move beyond that, okay? We've got to move beyond this, okay? I feel like governments, okay, and certain people, they're playing on what they know. It's like almost like a big psychological experiment. Like, they know that obviously we got to fight to survive, okay? And so they just make us fight even more. Okay, they want us to fight with each other, so that we're all kicking off with each other, like giving it loads, and then they say, "Oh, well, of course we need to be here. Then we've got to govern this." Okay, but there was a time when there was no governments. Okay, the if you look at any little community, okay, it's possible to create harmony. It is. Because if it's not, then it just means we're all animals. And I don't believe that we're all animals. Okay? Oh, you're in the US. I really feel for you. I'm so sorry, Barbara. Yeah. Yeah. And, also the world is very, very unstable right now. Really is. But at the same time, something's got to be kind of like, something's got to give. Okay, something's got to give. There's too few controlling the whole planet. Like, okay, I'm going to say something now. When I was about 12, hold that thought. I'm just going to get a drink. Okay, I'm back. This is just tobacco. When I was about 12, or even younger, I remember truly understanding country boundaries, like the boundaries between countries. Okay, now, as a young person, I was just kind of like, why is that? Why? Okay? Why are the boundaries between countries that are like written over maps? Okay? Because this is a planet. This is a whole planet with a load of people on it. And what's happened? Like, I can remember literally being 12 thinking, like, what's happened that's meant that it's got like this? Like, how does that even happen? That people just can't love the world and explore it. And why shouldn't you just be able to go wherever you want? To travel, to explore, And something's happened somewhere along the line, clearly, over the course of absolute centuries, that has created these divisions. And I have to say, like, what created the divisions? And we go back to what I was saying before. It's that like 1% of people who want to dominate because they are the dark force. They are the devil. Because most people don't want that. Most people just want to live peacefully and to love their children, love their partner, and have a beautiful life. Doesn't everybody deserve that? Yes, everybody does. But there is this 1% of evil, dark forces. And you can be religious or non-religious, okay? You can believe in tarot or not believe in tarot. But I think that we can all agree that there is this, okay? This exists in whatever form it may be. The devil energy, the darkness, okay? People who, I don't know, I feel like they need to dominate. And they actually bathe in their own unpopularity. They love it, okay? They actually love to create a a certain controversy, a certain like like almost like real dark kind of energy. I just don't get it. But what I do know is that most people are not like that. And it's time, and I know that this is not going to happen in my lifetime, but it's time for the planet to fight back collectively against these sorts of energies. You know, I'm getting that. I'm just reading the chat. Yes, yucks. We all want peace. And we all just want peace. Exactly. You know, what that there's something not right on this planet. And I feel like this planet won't survive so much longer in its present state. You know, we've got threats of this, that, and the other, the East and the West going backwards and forwards. And it's just like literally crazy. And everyone like having a massive go at Katy Perry because she went up and managed to, she didn't go into space really. She went far enough up to look down upon the planet. Okay. And so she saw the fragility of it. That's what she saw. William Shatner did the same thing. It is life-changing when you go up there and you look down and see it for what it truly is. It's a tiny spot in this massive expanse, and it's very, very fragile. Yeah? And we've got all of these people just swarming around the planet, creating chaos, okay? And it just really upsets me. Yeah, it really upsets me. Yeah, we all do. Most of us, it's such a shame that it's only most of us and not all of us, because there's a tiny percentage out there who love to whip up the chaos. Okay? There's people there out there who literally cannot take even a slight. Okay, they can't even take like a criticism, and they have to whip up the next war. Okay, that's the problem, and that's where the 99% should come together and make sure they don't get to do that. But they're all doing it right now as we speak. That's how I feel about it. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. We all gotta protect, you know, in these times is kind of like making sure you got the right people around you and not have, because this, as much as it's the 1%, this devil energy is in every community from the top to the bottom. That's what you need to stay away from. Trust your instincts. That's why I'm going to keep showing this card tonight. This, the High Priestess. Trust that uncomfortable feeling. Okay? Let's take some more. Let's take some more cards, see what comes through as the messages for all signs. And this is the truth. I think I titled this quite well. Let's continue. Okay. 7 of Wands, the lady 7 of Wands. This is incredible, okay? Because it's making so much sense. Like, every woman, okay? We need to get back onto the women in this world and what we go through, okay? Oh my God. Come on, ladies. What have you been through? What you hiding? What's happened to you that you don't share? It's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot. There's so much that you've never told about what's happened to you. Yeah. Now, it's time to bring it all up. Okay? It's time to bring it all up and get it out into the open. What's happened to you? You've had many things happen to you, actually. And you're going to overcome it all. You got to fight some battles, though. You've got to fight some battles here. And you've got it within you. 7 of Wands. And you're going to overcome. You're going to win. Okay? Let's take another. Okay. You're being attacked from all sides. Yeah. We got the 3 of Cups. Yeah, all sides. All sides. Who is... Okay, some of you have got somebody around you who's dismantling your actual 10 of Pentacles. Okay? Someone's trying to whip up a storm. There's a... Okay, I just got a separate message. There's a third party. There's a third element. There's a third something. Okay? But you're the star. You're going to have your 10 of Pentacles anyway. Anybody or any energy that is whipping up this inside of you, this 5 of Wands, this chaos, you got to say no, okay? Say no. It could be the man in your life. There's a disingenuous man in this. And you already know it. Okay? This person, there's somebody who's with somebody and they treat you really, really bad, but they're lovely to everybody else. Okay? There's 2 sides. Jekyll and Hyde. We've just got Jekyll and Hyde here with one of the elements that you are gonna battle or are battling. Okay? And it goes right back to the beginning of this reading, which is about who is surrounding you. Okay? Who's whipping up this chaos in your 10 of Pentacles, in your home life? Do they just show you emotions sometimes? Now and then? And you're holding on to that? That's not enough. Okay? Somebody who is... there's a special term for it. Like, that outwardly, to everybody else, they're just so lovely. So lovely. And then the minute that you're alone with them, like, you literally get a personality transplant. They're just not the same person. And they just ignore you. Or they're just not very nice towards you. You can't live in 2 different realities, okay? You can't do it. You need peace and harmony throughout your life at all times. You can't live in an unknown energy. You don't know what's happening next. You can make a new start here. This is for the whole reading. Actually, you got the power to create your whole new reality and have only the people that you want surrounding you in it. That's why we've got this magician energy. And it all starts with you. It all starts with you. And what you create. How are you going to do this? This is major energy. It's like the Ace of Wands on like times 1,000. Okay. Let's continue. Look into the well of your soul. Okay? There's something about you like really digging deep. It's about you going back to when you were 5. It's about you going back to when you were 10, to when you were 12, to when you were 15. What was it that you envisaged? What did you want then? How did you imagine how did you imagine that you wanted your life to unfold? You can create it now. You can create it now. Oh, and now to back that up, I said it's the Ace of Wands times 1,000, and then I got the Ace of Wands. So now this is the dreamer energy. Dream of it. So now we've got the Ace of Wands with the Magician. So this is very much about like the power of your thoughts and your mind and your dreamscapes. Okay? It's about where you allow your mind to dream and wander off to. It's about, and now I'm very drawn to the fact that we got the Ace of Wands and the Five of Wands right next to each other. So this is very much about which way will you allow your mind to go? What trail will you go upon within your mind? Because there's 2 directions. There's the direction of worry and fear and chaos because of that energy that just keeps snapping at you, even though you're trying to do your best with that energy, but it's sucking your energy. And then there is the Ace of Wands, which is very much about saying no to the 5 and saying, nah, I'm going on this road. I'm going on this train. I'm going the Ace to the 10. I'm just going to do it. Okay, I'm going to leave this absolutely awful 5 of Wands behind. Okay, I'm just literally now throwing it. Okay, and I'm here now. Okay, I've got a 1-track mind. And it's about my glow up. It's about my energy. It's about what I want to manifest. And anybody who's not with me on that and who isn't showing me what I deserve, they're just gone. Okay? Okay, let's continue. Okay. Yeah, I like it. So now we've gone from the Ace to the 2 of Wands. So for those of you watching this and this has resonated for you, this, with everything that's come through in this reading, this could be the moment when you know that now is your time to look forwards and not back. Now is your time to make plans and like literally trust what's been niggling at you for so long. Okay? So long. And now actually making some moves here. Okay? Let's go. Yeah. And we've got the world energy. Okay? So this is about absolute success. It's the highest card in the entire deck of tarot. And it's come out here after that 2 of Wands. Okay? So, and just look at the beautiful colours on this world energy. This is about happiness. This is about, we could call it a glow up, but it's about an enormous energy transfer. Okay? It's about what you're embracing. It's about you embracing the next massive leap and step of your life. Okay, that is the trajectory that you are on now, and it's very important. What's very important about all of this is what is it that you are holding on to that is stopping this. Okay, it's it's literally about you've got to let go of the extra weight. Okay, you've got to let go of people who are very, not so much very close to you, but anybody who is still inside of your mind from the past, okay? Anybody who's literally in your immediate vicinity who just does not, you're not aligned, okay? They're bringing you down. You're questioning it. You're having to try and interpret everything all of the time, when all of the time anyway, the alarm bells are ringing because of the high priestess. So it's about now getting rid of the extra weight, okay? And then it's about the next level, okay? The next level of achievement for you. This is your absolute glow up. This is you embracing the whole planet, the world, everybody, and everybody on it who's got your energy. Look at the colors on this world energy card. It's powerful. We're supposed to be living happily, okay? Life is for living. It's not for trouble. It's not for toil. It's about enjoyment and love. It's about love and happiness. That's what it is. Okay? And I feel like this devil, he keeps coming back in to try and stop your joy, your love, your happiness. Recognize the devil. The devil is in plain sight. Okay? The devil is right there. And you know, because you feel it with the high priestess. You get it the moment you're in the same space with them. You get it the minute you're in the same room with them. Okay? You get the off feeling. Trust it. And get as far away from it as you can. I can't say it strongly enough. Maybe it's because maybe I feel more than other people. I don't know. But I know we've got this all within us. You just need to access it. Recognize it when it comes through. And that is all you need to get through. And get away from this devil energy. That's what you need. You need to trust your gut, your higher self. It's all the same thing. Our chakra, like, it goes right from the base right to the top. You'll feel it anywhere along that line, okay? Your hairs will stand up on end when you are in the presence of the devil. You'll know it straight away. Trust it. And say no. Okay, let's take some more. Five of Pentacles. Who did this to you? Who did this to you? It was the devil. The devil energy. That person with that energy. They're stopping you. What they did to you is stopping you taking the next steps forwards in your life. You're too scared to walk through the door. Okay? Spirit wants you to know it's okay to step through the door. The key is there. It's time to look up and absolutely value yourself. Don't let these devil energies, and it's not just about love here, don't let these devil energies bring you down to your knees. How dare they? How dare they? Spirit is angry right now. How dare these energies do this to you? Get up off get up, pick up the key, step through the door into the light, into the bright light of the world. Because you've got the whole world. You have got the whole world. It's your world, as well as everybody else's. You deserve to experience it in the most joyous way. That is the message for you. Whoever created this Five of Pentacles in you, banish them right now. Banish them. Because, and there is the world. We just pulled another card and we got the Empress. And she's got the whole world in her belly, okay? Because life, you are the world. This is the big point, is that there is the world. It's that baby in that Empress's belly there. You are the world. It's your world, as well as everybody else's world. We're all here together, okay? And there is so much love in this world. Don't let one devil stop you embracing everything in this world, okay? That's what's coming through here. And know that you are loved. Okay? Okay, I'm going to take some more. Let's go ahead. I'm just... Oh, Barbara, no. Your life has not been cursed. Not at all. You're a super empath. That's what it is. You're always trying to help everybody. That's what it is. And, I'm going to say, because this is what's happened to me from my side, that because of who I am, that's what I attracted. Okay? The devil energy. Yeah? This is about empowerment, Barbara. It's time to shake it all off. Shake off this feeling of oppression that's been placed upon you. Okay? It's time to do that. Let's go ahead. Yeah. It's time to shake it off. We got the Six of Swords. Going to a better place. Okay? This is the card of a relocation. And it's Swords energy. So this can mean it's about the relocation of the mind. It's about where the mind travels. You go into a more protected place now. Okay? This is the message for anybody seeing this right now. Yes, Christine, I agree. The thing is, though, is you can take that knowledge of who you know that you are, okay, and you can, for a time, okay, and it's so important, all that care that you've been given out that was never, like, maybe even acknowledged, okay? It's time to put that care upon yourself, okay, for a time. Absolutely. And to recognize that as you go through this process, you are developing an incredible discernment, okay? Because you're going to know when to stop. You're going to know when to stop with the giving, okay? And I keep going back to this high priestess, because you're going to know who you're dealing with. Okay? So I have to say that. Now, we got the Wheel of Fortune. I may end it in a moment, but we've got the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And this is incredibly powerful. Now, this is about you. The Spirit wants you to know that your destiny is like completely wide open. Everything beautiful can truly happen for you. Okay? It truly can. There is incredible energy on this planet. And everything that you desire, you can create. It's about belief. But, it's very important, if you're just catching this now, to go back and look at this from the start. Because then it's about learning all about it and understanding how to create this for yourself, okay? Because things can happen by chance, yes, but there was always something that you did, okay, that made it happen in the first place, okay? And that's why it's this discernment and getting rid of this god-awful devil energy is so important, okay? To keep stepping away from the devil energy, and you're going towards the love, the light, the good, okay? And you're growing and you're getting into that Empress energy. That's the big message. And if you've been watching this the whole time, you'll kind of know where I'm coming from. I do think that... oh, Barbara, I will pray for you, of course. I do feel like I'm going to close this down. I might do some more impromptu readings like this. I hope you found it helpful. I got so much more to say about what's happened to me. So much more. And some of it's really quite sensitive, so I may have to extend it. I'd make it free. Extend it over on Patreon, just so that you could hear like real kind of truths from me about why I feel like I can say this to you because of what's happened to me, okay? Because so much has happened to me. You would not believe what I've been through in my life in so many ways. It's kind of off the scale. Yeah, it's kind of crazy actually what's happened to me. So yeah, I will come back at another point. This was kind of off my channel kind of content, I guess, but I really did feel the urge and the need to talk about this. But specifically if you're a woman, okay, I've got a lot to discuss about what women go through. Now, I think I probably will make a free Patreon because there's certain things I probably can't discuss here on YouTube. So maybe next time I come on, I'll start here and then I might have to tell you that I've uploaded what I wanted to say on Patreon or something, because there's just so much I need to say, honestly, so much. But what I will say is I really hope that you did get some guidance and help out of this reading tonight. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to say, but I knew I needed to say something really strong. And I'm just going to say it one more time, okay? Please know, however old you are, there is good in this world. Yes, absolutely. There is good and love in this world. And it's most people. Most people are good and loving, men and women. Absolutely. I agree. But there is, this is here. This is here. And it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Okay? The dark energy. And please watch out for it. Trust your gut. Please trust your gut. And know that corruption, that there's things are corrupt, okay, due to this devil energy, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. And I really hope that you found this helpful. If you did, please, 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 thumbs up right now. Let's see if I get any as I'm watching it. I've got 8 right now. I don't know if it actually updates live for me while I'm on here. I don't know. But if you're here, please give it a thumbs up. I'd be so grateful. Oh, Barbara, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I was so busy, like I needed to say a lot tonight. I didn't actually read that much of the chat, so I'm very sorry about that. But I read it when I could. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, and I really hope that this helped somebody. Okay, so I'm gonna end the stream, and I'll come back again. This next time, I think I might do this from like from a hill rather than in the house. I'll just get myself up on a hill somewhere and we'll talk there. Okay, so I'm going to end this now. So bye for now.